Hey, welcome back to Bobby Fitzgerald Golf. Today I'm just going to do out here in the yard. Going to do a little short video to help you see some of the problems of the guy who slices the ball, and another way to come into that ball um, where you're not coming over the line of flight, because that's the big problem, is having this line of flight here. Because I know you've all known this person that they know they're trying to make a turn, so they come way inside like this. So when you come back way inside, you're sort of stuck. So what you end up having to do is you end up casting the ball, and you throw the club head over this line of flight, causing a glancing blow. Driver. You don't notice it as much with an iron, but you do notice it. But with a driver, if you do that with your driver, it goes out, like 100 yards, starts going right, trees, creeks, water, other fairways, and you don't want that. You want to be as consistent as you can. And I believe really that until a person gets proficient at not coming over the top, you'll get in a lot less trouble using a 3-wood, 5-wood, 5-iron, something off the tee. Because a lot of these par 4s aren't that huge. There are some long par 4s, and you want to hit your driver. We all love to hit our driver. But until you're starting scoring better, unless you're just doing it for fun, you don't care, you're out with your buddies, that's understandable. I'm talking about the person who wants to try to get a little better. So this is the kind of swing that you'll see the average guy who comes in too far inside make. Because generally, because you're trying to get the most distance you can, you're also swinging very hard. Rather than having a looser grip and having that be able to come through, you have a little stronger grip, and you feel like you're just trying to really rip it, And again, they come from the inside. So even if they get in the air, with an iron, you're likely to pull it a little bit because there's more loft here. So because there's more loft, it goes a little straighter. So it comes, when the golf club has loft and it hits the ball, you tend to have it come up the face. With less loft, like your driver, it tends to go to the side with spin. So that's another reason why it's very difficult without a lot of practice to hit your driver well. But I mean, we all like to hit it. We like to hit the ball a long ways. So until you get proficient at coming in the right way, you might want to use 5-wood, 3-wood, or just go out to the driving range and try to don't bring that club in so far just because you're trying to make a turn and open up your hips. You'll see more tour players and more better players come straighter back from the ball than you will have them come in, because there's almost no way to recover from this position. I mean, you can get close to that, but it depends on how you come back, how you come through. So if I start this club head, still keeping my arms connected to my body, still keeping this V formed, but I'm going to come back a little straighter, not way on the inside. I mean, you're going to come back at an arc eventually. So let's try one like that and see how much better that goes. When you come a little straighter back and you make that same swing, you're going to come into the ball more square. As long as you've taken a good backswing, as long as you start your swing with the core, letting this core bring you back. The only reason the shoulders are moving, the core moves them. Your stomach muscles. My arms aren't jerking this up here. My hands aren't going like this, trying to get a lot of power and then be not able to get back. Do we want to come with a descending blow with an iron? You bet we do. But it doesn't have to be like this. We don't want to sit around chopping wood all day. We want to hit good golf shots, So one thing that's going to help you with all of your clubs, as long as you don't leave your hands wide open, Make sure you have a proper grip with the V from the finger and the thumb and the forefinger over to your right side. Put this hand on there with the same. The V's are pointing to my right side. I'm going to keep my hands connected to my body. I'm going to bring the club out a little straighter. And what I mean straighter, I could even come in like this. I'm just not coming way in like this and coming over the line of play. Just like that. So the next time you go out the golf course, try to come back a little straighter from the ball if you have a problem with slicing the ball and you feel like your grip is fundamentally correct. So in that case, there's only going to be a few problems there. I mean, you could also bring the club back very slowly. The old line from golf is low and slow. So ideally, you'd want to bring this club back slowly, because when you bring it back slowly, then when you start to come forward, you're in control. I can bring this back pretty slow and be in such control that I almost have to hit a good shot. I'm going to have my hands forward, weights on the inside of my trail foot. I never want to be back here. I don't want to sway away from the ball. I want to stay here and just make a nice turn. So here we go. Very slowly. Very solid, very slowly, and now I'd be in position to have my next shot. You know, I know a lot of older people who some of the young guys would go, gosh, that guy beats me every time. Yeah, because he's hitting his driver out there 170 yards. You're hitting it 200 into the woods or 280 into the woods, into water and the trees. This older guy is down the fairway, close to the green. What did he do best in his life because he's older? Chipping. He can go to practice chipping at the golf course for free. Just go by the putting green and just practice chipping all day. A lot of these older guys, they get up and down a lot from the sides of the green. And that's what they're good at. They're good at putting a lot of times too. And that's what they've learned to do because they don't have the distance. They have to find a way to make their golf swing work and to have fun with it. And they do. I know a lot of people like that. So along with don't bring your club way inside, because then you're going to get stuck and you have to come across. Also, when you do this, if you watch this arm, it gets away from your body. It's at a disconnect, and it's very hard to control it, where the ball's going to go. You could almost depend on either going left with an iron or slicing with a wood. Again, because there's less loft, wood's going to go to the right, because it's going to come off the side. You got side spin. So the weight goes forward. Here, you don't ever want to sway back. My weight, when I'm hitting an iron, my weight is about 65% forward. I want to make sure that I'm not coming back. If I'm here at address, I don't want to get over here and I'm hitting down back at the ball. I want to stay basically in the same position I am and just make that turn and that follow through. So my weight is forward. And then I try to stay connected as much as I can. And you know, when you're out there practicing and you start doing this, you'll know immediately that you were swinging too hard from the top and you're out of rhythm, because like that time there, I brought that club back pretty slowly, but I went too fast. You know, it's in all of us. It's in all of us to try to hit it hard, but we have to work on our timing. You try to picture yourself as an actual golfer on TV who doesn't swing super hard, who just looks, you know, gosh, that guy looks so much in balance and so much rhythm, you know. And that's one of the things, we all have to work on stuff. That's one thing that I have to work on, is making sure that I let my body work rather than trying to work it myself. Because this is not a hard shot. You don't have to jump at it. One more time. Just get that smooth follow through not like you're trying to kill it, you know. And that's the beauty of practice, is if you just ingrain that rhythm. Try to ingrain that rhythm. Try not to bring it inside. Get away from that slice. And just try to get that rhythm nice and smooth. Like that. And you're going to be a lot happier on the golf course. I just wanted to do a short video today to get another video out there to help you guys who are slicing and who are having trouble with that. And remember, you don't want to bring it too far from the inside, because if you bring it too much on the inside, it's hard to recover from that. You know, you get into all kinds of problems. And you can try to, you know, you're at the golfing range, so you can see what works best for you. If you can bring it back straighter, try bringing it straighter back. Try bringing it a little bit less and straighter back. Just don't come way inside, because it's just hard to recover that way. So until I see you next time, have fun and never give up. God bless.